morning, this is Keisha Spivey and I'm bringing you your Friday Fire. If I had to have a name for this one, I would call it In the Middle. On yesterday morning, I got up super early as normal to head to the Y for my 5 a.m. TRX class, and I had a really bad headache, which is not something I get often, but I pushed my way. And so I got to the class, we started working out, and my head was pounding. Every time she would jump, my head would throb. So I went in about 5 minutes into the class, and I modified what we were doing, but no matter what I did, my head was pounding. And I was at that point of decision where I asked myself, am I going to leave and go back home, or am I going to push through? And I stopped and I put my hands on my head and I said, God, you are the God that healeth thee. Lord, you took stripes on your back for my healing. And right now I lay hold to that and I'm believing for manifestation of my healing. I'm commanding this head pressure, pain, whatever this is to leave me now in the name of Jesus. And so then I took a sip of water and I kept on working out and exercising. About 3 to 5 minutes later, I literally felt my headache leave my head. I stopped what I was doing and started shaking my head like Scooby-Doo or something, and there was no pressure, there was no pain. And right in the middle of my class, I started a praise dance. And the lady next to me said, are you okay? And I began to tell her what God had done. And she started dancing. And then the lady next to her said, what's going on? And we began to just talk about the goodness of the Lord. And we started about working out and I finished up my class. I got in my car and I was heading home and just praising God for what he'd done. And right there in my car, I felt an impression upon my heart. And he says, I am an in the middle God too. And I'm like, okay, Lord, what does that mean? He says, you know, everyone sees me before they go in and they're praying and asking me to make their path straight and to make the crooked path straight and to light up the dark spots and all that other stuff. And everyone sees me at the finish line because they know I am the victory and that they get their victory in and through me. However, we forget that he's the God right in the middle. And I began to just say, yes, God, you are that. You never leave us. You never forsake us. And then he took me to a very familiar psalm. And it says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. And as soon as I got right there, I stopped for a moment. Because it didn't say I was looking at the valley. It didn't say I was on the other side of the valley. It says right in the midst of me walking through, right in the middle, God is my shepherd. He's my keeper. He's my provider. He's my ever-present help. He's every single thing I need for him to be. So whoever is watching this and right now in this season, you feel smack dab in the middle. You're in the middle of your trial, middle of your test, middle of your divorce, middle of the manifestation of your healing, in the middle of your financial breakthrough, in the middle of whatever it is, God is there with you. He is with you. He has not left you. He's not forsaken you. He's not going to pick you up when you get back on the other side. He will carry you through. I think about that very famous poem, Footprints. It was one of my mom's favorite, and it talked about how I see 2 sets of footprints, and then I see one, and it was in those moments that he was carrying the gentleman in that poem. So I just want you to know right now, right in the middle, whether you see God or feel God or know that he's there, he is there and he is carrying you because he is an on time right now, right wherever you are, whatever you're facing, whatever giant you're looking at. I don't care what your Goliath's name is. God is there with you and he will walk you through it to that which he has prepared for you. And just trust. Know that nothing snuck in on God. Your situation didn't catch him off guard. He wasn't surprised by this. He has a perfect will and a perfect plan for you. All you need to do is lean into him, trust him. Trust him. Take your hands off the wheel and let him order your steps so he can take you to that place that he has ordained for you. It's not about your plan. It's not even about what you think your purposes are. It's about what he has ordained. And you got to trust that right here in the middle of whatever it is you're facing, you're dealing with, whatever mountain you're climbing, that God sees you on the other side and he will work out all things for your good if you love him and you live according to the purposes that he has for your life. So that's my word to you today. God is a right in the middle God. Right in the middle of your mess, God. Right in the middle. So stop wishing and hoping and praying to get to the other side, but trust God right here, right now, today to usher you through to that place he's promised for you. So God bless you. Have an amazing weekend and I'll see you next Friday.